Hello and welcome to this week's gaming news. And this week, Germany was the epicenter of the gaming world as the annual Gamescom opened its gate in Cologne. However, Blizzard didn't use the second biggest games convention for the announcement of their 5th add-on for World of Warcraft. Instead, Warlords of DREANOR was presented in Los Angeles with a spectacular render cinematic as we come to expect from the publisher. The add-on has a release date on November the 13th this year. After the world's biggest MMO lost quite a lot of subscribers throughout the past months, Blizzard hopes to introduce some fresh wind into the 10-year-old game. But, of course, there were a lot of other press conferences at Gamescom, for example by Ubisoft. The French publisher announced that there will be microtransactions in the coming Assassin's Creed Unity. According to senior producer Vincent Pontibron, players can unlock equipment with real money instead of investing time in the game playing it. The system is not changing the balancing, however, as you can unlock everything by just playing the game long enough. There won't be exclusive items to buy, but just some shortcuts players can take. The reasoning behind that step is the changed gaming landscape and the quote-unquote changed way you earn money with games nowadays. Yeah, or maybe it's just another way to squeeze the kiddies a little bit more like lemons. Delicious! The German games developer Crytek is going a very similar way by concentrating primarily on free-to-play games from now on. And by doing so, some restructuring took place within the company for the last month, as they had to close down some studios like Crytek UK. Bad as it may be, that is even worse for people out there who were waiting for a new version of the shooter classic TIMESPLITTERS. While Crytek sold its franchise of Homefront to Deep Silver and Koch Media, TIMESPLITTERS remains at Crytek. If there will be a free-to-play version of the game in the future remains to be seen. And finally, some good news for all owners of the Xbox One. The online service EA Access is coming exclusively to the console and Microsoft is expecting nothing more than a turning point from that on. Users can either pay $3.99 per month or $24.99 for a year of the new service and will get access to a big portfolio of EA games as well as discounts on digital content or early access on future games. The service is currently in a beta stage and participants have access to 4 EA games: FIFA 14, Madden NFL 25, Peggle 2 and Battlefield 4, with a lot more to come soon. The final version is supposed to be released in the near future. Well, I guess Microsoft really must have gotten cold feet when they saw those last sales figures compared to the PlayStation 4. And maybe this is also the explanation for the following news. The next installment of the Tomb Raider series, called Rise of the Tomb Raider, is coming this holiday, but different from the last game, it will be exclusive for Xbox One only. However, it is supposed to be a time exclusivity similar to the DLC policy for the last Call of Duties, so versions for PlayStation and PCs are possible in the future. And as a consolation for Tomb Raider fans who don't have an Xbox, the publisher is recommending the game Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris, which will come out this December for all platforms, as well as a PS4 special edition for the predecessor Tomb Raider. Wow, what a joke! So, guys, you cannot have this game, but why don't play our old games? Isn't that something? No. And with Microsoft being an American company, they cannot be possibly satisfied with one lousy shitstorm. There's big, and then there's Microsoft big. During this year's Gamescom, Microsoft decided to camouflage a number of PCs in order to showcase one or even more of its titles. Instead of claiming that what attendees were playing was a PC version and nothing more, Microsoft went one step further and included Xbox One units in order to misguide everyone. A funny side note is that the PCs were running with Nvidia hardware as compared to the Xbox One, which is powered by AMD's graphic units. Well, as a commercial always says, Nvidia the way it's meant to be played. Those were the gaming news for this week. If you like what you saw, please leave a like and comment down below to let me know, bitch. Thanks for tuning in and we'll see you next week for a new episode. Good game and auf Wiedersehen!
Auf Wiedersehen!